Good morning, Sean. How are you doing?
Good. How are you, John?
I'm good. I'm good. Just wondering, you've talked about scar tissue for a long time. I mean, maybe even from the first year. What do you think? How much do you feel that has helped prepare this team coming off, a year from what happened last year? How much more prepared do you think this team is based on the scar tissue it's developed from last year?
Yeah, I mean, again, I can't emphasize it enough here, guys. It's a game. It's one game, and certain guys on our team this year weren't even on our team last year. So we all learn. We always try and learn and embrace that growth mindset. And I think if you do it right, it helps you. At the end of the day, our preparation for this game comes down to how well we prepare this week.
And one thing that jumped out, is, do you expect Cole Beasley to practice today or this week?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I just got off the radio here, and I said the same thing. Cole Beasley, Diggs, Isaiah McKenzie. I've got to meet with our trainer here when I leave, and we'll see where they are, all those guys today.
And finally, with Cole's status uncertain and Diggs and McKenzie banged up, how valuable does John Brown become in the fact that he's healthy and rested?
Yeah, very valuable, like he always is when he's healthy and ready to go. And so we gotta play our best game of the year as a team this week.
Thanks, Sean.
Sure.
Good morning, Sean. Ed Oliver, I'm curious what your thoughts are now with his second year, kind of regular season anyway, in the books. I mean, obviously dealt with the injury early in the season, seems to have come on really strong in the second half. What have you liked about his sophomore year, and what do you think he still needs to work on?
Well, I think he's going to be challenged this week. They've got a couple of first-round picks up front, and their interior offensive line does a great job. And I think we're going to be challenged as a defense. They like to set the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be he's going to play a big part for us up front on our defensive line.
Is there any extra pressure on a guy like Ed, who, like you mentioned, was a first-round pick himself, to perform in these big spots?
No extra pressure. We've got 11. He's got 10 other guys out there on the field with him, and that's why they call it a team game, and so we expect him to go out and do his 111.
Thanks, Sean.
Sure.
Hey, Sean, good morning. I suppose this question hovers a little bit in the territory that John Wara was in just a second ago, but Josh specifically yesterday talked about the big difference from last year until now. I think he said the biggest reason yesterday was that, you learn not to press. You learn not to try to do too much. And I guess I'm interested in your take on his growth and development from that standpoint.
Yeah, I think that's important. And I think you get better, whether it's playoff game or regular season game, Adam. The more you play, the more you coach, the more experience you have. But again, plays that we made last week aren't going to help us win this week. And this is a very good football team coming in here, and it's an 11-win football team. And they've beaten Green Bay, they've beaten Tennessee, a team we lost to, and so they're well coached. So we've got to have a good week of practice and get ourselves ready to play our best football.
And I guess my only follow-up would be, what does it mean to you and maybe the team to have a limited number of fans at this game?
Yeah, certainly appreciate it. Again, hopefully we'll give them something to cheer about. And I think the connection in Western New York to the fan base and the Buffalo Bills fans across the world really is second to none.
Thanks, Sean.
Sure.
Hi, Sean. Good morning. Good to see you.
Sal.
Hey, so you said something a few weeks ago that actually really resonated with me, and I don't know if you used the word on purpose, but you used the word program, and you were talking about how, what you and Brandon and the entire organization have built here is a program. And I don't think people realize in professional football maybe about how much that can be, a program versus just a team. Can you expand on that a little bit? Like, you're not just a team, but what you built here is a program through 4 years that you guys have been together, and why that's important.
Well, I think there's a lot of, sidewalk between where we've come from and where we are now. And then hopefully there's more sidewalk and runway in front of us here, Sal, in terms of the program and the organization and the vision for where we're trying to go. And so I think that's really what it boils down to is having a clear set of goals and a vision for how you want to accomplish those goals.
And, I think people, that word specifically, you associate a lot with high school or college when seniors leave and freshmen rise. And, somebody leaves your coaching staff, let's say you bring somebody in and everybody gets acclimated very quickly. How tough is that to build or is there always a different timeline, to build something like that based on where you've been?
I think that's why you see the NFL the way it is. Year to year, teams change, and sometimes your next year isn't as good as the year you just had, and so it's a league that's built for parity, and you have to continually farm and cultivate and build and manage that culture and that program, if you will.
I enjoyed that word, and I've stolen it from you, using it for you guys. So thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, Sal.
Hi, Sean. Good morning. In regards to Stefon, was that something, the injury that he's now dealing with, that came up in last week's game, or is it something that he's been dealing with longer than that?
Yeah, it's just something that's come up, Jay. I couldn't say exactly when, maybe in the game. Just something that has come up.
Okay. And on a different topic, just how does your approach change, if it does at all, when, this team has embraced sort of the underdog role and tried to use that as motivation? You don't get to do that in this game. You're a healthy favorite. You're the second seed in the AFC. You're at home. Does that change your messaging to the team, knowing that you don't get to rely on that underdog role as a motivator?
Yeah, I mean, I know Frank's using that, to be honest with you, and they're an 11-win team with a Hall of Fame quarterback, so he's got to do what he's got to do. And the thing we're focused on mostly is our quality of play. That's what it boils down to, and that's what we have to work hard at this week, is to get ourselves ready to play our best football.
Thank you.